Yo, it's your boy Ryan, Northwest Sports Fanatics, back at you with a new video. Today is Thursday, February 13th, 2025, with your boy Ryan and the Northwest Sports Fanatics. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Smash that like button either now or on your way out. Donate to your boy if you can. Cash App $, ORION NWSF, or the YouTube Super Chat right here. We got the Four Nations face-off and the Daytona 500 duel number one. Team USA versus Team Finland. Puck drop will be here in roughly 5 to 10 minutes. Can't wait to be able to see what we get here tonight. And in the Daytona 500 duel number one, my guy, Tampa, no hell. Chase Elliott was in first place, has gone down to fifth. Can't wait to be able to see if he can end up getting the checkered flag. And I can't wait to see if Austin Matthews can lead Team USA to a victory over Team Finland. Hope everyone is having a fantastic day. We'll be shooting for 20 likes within the first hour, 30 to 50 overall, and obviously 100 in the donos on every single stream. Let's go, baby. Let's get all situated here. Let's go, baby. I'm ready. Team USA, Team Finland, let's get it. Wallace, Byron, Pierce, Ross Chastain, and Dylan, Chase Elliott in seventh as they're going over team introductions now with Team Finland. Sarah in the building, what's good? Yeah, again, if you're not feeling too well, take care of yourself. I'm watching the Daytona 500 Duel 1, and obviously Duel 2 will be on a little bit after that. And then we got Team USA and Team Finland going at it. And if this is going to be anything like yesterday's game, Team Canada really did pull it out. Sidney Crosby getting the MVP and getting 3 assists. And that one definitely went down to the wire. They had to gain back Uncle Mo and that momentum. But if we can end up getting a 4-3, matchup here tonight or something similar to that, it'll definitely be very, very exciting. Sorry to hear that you got the stomach bug. We finally got our first snow of 2025. We didn't really have any in 2024, except for maybe towards the beginning of the year. And that's typically how it works for us. Usually in Oregon, we don't get our first snow until about February. And it usually only lasts for a couple days, but me and Paisley got to go out and adventure in it early this morning. We went for one walk at 7 a.m. and another one around 10 a.m. So we got about 3 inches here, which isn't too much. But again, it's a lot more than what we're, kind of regularly used to. So, and we'll definitely be going on another one here later tonight. Wind is blowing, snow obviously has died down, but it's definitely all over in the backyard and in the neighborhood. And again, it's one of those things where Paisley loves the snow. She only gets to see it like once or twice a year, and she had a blast. And I can't wait to get back out there after this matchup is over for the Daytona 500 Duel 1 and Duel 2 and the Four Nations face-off, Team USA versus Team Finland. Yeah, I saw that. We would have went over that with you last night, but again, you were not really feeling too well. And just as I was ending the stream yesterday, then I saw that Bregman signed with the Red Sox. It looked like they overpaid, per year, lots of money for Bregman. But again, if that's what the Red Sox want to do, it makes their team better. And obviously Houston loses a key piece, but I think Houston will be just fine without him. Let's go, baby. I'm ready. Now we just got to get Chase Elliott back up to first. He's in seventh now. Now we're just doing the national anthem. The duel is getting pretty crazy here. And obviously they have 4 spots, out of the guys that were on the bubble, out of 9 drivers that aren't in already. So I'm definitely interested to see what 4 drivers are going to be in. And if Dale Jr., obviously being a first-time owner, if he can have his driver end up making it. But again, there was a couple big wrecks early on, so we'll have to keep things updated as the race continues. Yeah, maybe Nolan will be staying. It's kind of tough to say at this point. I mean, we're getting pretty close to baseball, starting. And again, if a move was going to be made, you would assume that they would have moved Nolan already. So there probably is a possibility now that he'll come back to the Cardinals. 41 laps in out of 60 laps here in Duel 1. Wallace, Byron, Chastain, Reddick, Dillon, and Chase Elliott. Napa, no how. Just moved up to 5th. Let's go, Chase. And I'm definitely excited to see Austin Matthews, Jack Hughes, and the rest to see if they can end up. And obviously, it's very heavy Team USA based off talent. But since this is in Montreal, Quebec, Canada, I imagine there'll be quite a few boos, out for the USA because the new rivalry, instead of Canada-Russia, like it was back in the day, it's definitely Canada-USA now. And I'm hoping that we can get a USA-Canada final, but we're going to have to earn it. And again, if you ended up watching yesterday, it's not over till it's over. And even though Canada did get a little bit of a scare, again, it definitely lived up to the billing. Team Canada winning in overtime, 4-3 over Sweden. But I got to give Sweden a lot of credit. I feel like Finland will do the same thing. They may get down early, but you can't count them out until the actual matchup is over. But they did end up winning the end of the second period and the third period. But if it wasn't for our guy, Sid the Kid, Sidney Crosby, with 3 assists, he was the MVP last night. And if he wasn't playing, there's a very good possibility that Canada would have lost last night. So awesome to be able to see Sidney Crosby, even though he's getting up there in age. I believe he's 37, is getting up there towards the end of his career. But nice to be able to see him still be able to make an impact for Team Canada, as well as his team, the Pittsburgh Penguins. Let's go, baby. Yeah, and then, just like the announcers, were mentioning in the pre-show, it's pretty heavy, for USA talent-wise. Finland is the underdog, but again, I definitely respect them, just like, last night's matchup that we had as well. And unfortunately, we don't get Capo. So what's the deal with that, Megan? Is that just an injury, healthy scratch? What's the reasoning for him not playing? Is he injured and whatnot? That's kind of we were kind of looking forward to seeing at least one Kraken player out there, regardless of what country that they represent, since we have a lot of international players in Seattle. But hopefully he's okay, and we'll be able to see him, obviously, for Seattle when we get back to the regular season. And here we go, baby. And it's going to be interesting to see Austin Matthews go from center to forward tonight. They're definitely moving, some of these individuals around from maybe their normal position from center to forward. But with an amazing all-star team, Team USA, again, each line will definitely be putting out the numbers here tonight. Let's go. And then some notable names, obviously JT Miller, Jack Eichel, Quinn Hughes, Jack Hughes, Austin Matthews, just to name a few there for Team USA. And then Mikko Rantanen there for Team Finland. And they obviously have a few more other than just Mikko Rantanen, but he's one of the main individuals that people recognize. Are they favored by Vegas? Finland's favored? Yeah. Well, announcers seem to think that Team USA will come out on top, but again, we will find out. But it looks like the ESPN money line, Finland is the favorite, so we will see. We will see. I just hope it ends up being competitive, and I definitely hope we get a high-scoring affair. Hopefully we can get a 4-3 matchup like yesterday. Even though that one went into OT, that's what I'm kind of hoping for. And, obviously you want the goalies in net to play well, but I don't think anyone really wants to see a 1-0 game. I think everyone would love to see at least a couple goals from each team. And hopefully we can get a few, at least one per period, for each team, hopefully. Uh-oh, we're getting chippy. Let's fight. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, wow. JT Miller, Hamlin, Boldy, Kachuk, Faber. Oh, my. I didn't think that they would be throwing gloves this early. Oh, my. Okay. And obviously, the Canadian crowd obviously will be booing Team USA a lot here tonight. David in the building, what's good? Oh, just a healthy scratch. Gotcha. I like the aggressiveness right out of the gates, so there's no playing around. And obviously to be able to represent your country is one of the biggest honors in sports, regardless if it's the NHL, the NFL, the MLB, any sport, the NBA. It's a big deal. A lot of pride from these players. Yeah, bro, I don't blame you. I mean, again, you don't really have a whole lot to, look forward to with the Sixers and some of the other teams. I mean, the Phillies, are one of those teams that you can look forward to every year. But again, I guess if you're a Flyer fan or if you represent any other, teams other than the Eagles or the Sixers, and the Phillies, I mean, some of the teams, got something to look forward to, and maybe the other half, maybe not so much. But, Phillies are always going to be kind of in the running in the National League, so you can look forward to them. Phillies are better than the Sixers, I'll tell you that. McAvoy, Larkin, Nelson. Austin Matthews in with a new line change. Let's go. Crowd is definitely engaged in the matchup. Saros. Another wreck here on Daytona, duel number 1. Ooh, nice blocker save. Wallace, Reddick, Byron, Dillon, and Chastain. Chase Elliott. Napa, no how in 6th. Let's go. Co-workers, if the Eagles team was better than the team that won in 2017. Oh, yeah, this team is much better. You have to look at every level, on the defense, on the line, at the linebackers, and the secondary. It's very clear that this team is better. With Saquon, and with Jalen with more experience, A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Goddard, but, obviously the additions of Saquon, Quinyon Mitchell, right? And you already know Vic Fangio, Kellen Moore with the offensive play calls, the defensive play calls, and then obviously with your guy from Iowa, the great white hype at corner. You already know what it is. It's not even, that shouldn't even be a debate. Hockey from home in the building. Let's go. I mean, we're going to be doing some of the Kraken, matchups, throughout the year, but when it's Team USA and Team Finland, this is not something that happens every day, so I figured I would be doing that, and I'm also watching the Daytona 500 duel number 1 with 15 laps to go. Megan with a 5er. Nice. $5 holla. Stacks on stacks, racks on racks, a little cactus jack, bang, bang. She says Finland favored by 2. We'll see what happens here later tonight. Hopefully we can keep it close. Appreciate you. We're at 5:95 to go. Like, sub, donate, comment, share. If you haven't smashed that like button yet, please do. We're at 5:95 to go. And usually I'm going to be watching more than one thing anyways. So I figured, I'm going to be doing the Daytona 500 on Sunday. But Team USA is playing today, so, I had to make a headliner for at least one or the other. And since this is just a duel 1 and duel 2, it's not like the real thing on Sunday. So I figured I could just watch that on the side on FS1, and then we can watch the 4 nations face off here with Team USA and Team Finland. USA on the power play. Yeah, but I think you already know what team is better. It shouldn't even be a debate. It's clear that this team is much better than the team. And then the team, obviously in 2017 was great. Obviously, Carson Wentz led that team, all the way towards the end of the regular season. Slick Nick Foles played great in the playoffs. But if you're looking player for player, this is arguably one of the best Eagles teams of all time. If we're really being honest about it, if you're looking at player for player, they hit on the draft, they hit in free agency with like Zach Bond. They have, good additions with Vic Fangio and Kellen Moore. And then they got the best running back in Saquon Barkley in the NFL. I mean, I don't think there really is an argument there. 12 laps to go in the Daytona 500 Duel 1. Wallace, Reddick, Dillon, Byron, and Chase Elliott. Napa, no how. And it's still USA in the power play here with a few more seconds. Let me know what you want to do for photos once we get into a commercial. Megan, if you got a particular player you want to represent. USA and Canada on Saturday. I haven't decided yet because we have the NBA All-Star Game festivities also, which would be the skills competition, three-point contest, and the dunk contest. So I'm going to be watching more than one thing. So I might be watching U.S. and Canada match up and play, but I don't know if that's going to be the actual headliner for the stream. But I will be watching both and covering both. And then, I'll probably end up doing the Daytona 500 in the morning and then the NBA All-Star Game, even though they're splitting it up with like Team Kenny, Team Chuck, Team Shaq, Team Candace in this weird-ass format. Whoever gets to 40 points first and then they advance. But I'm probably going to end up doing that one as well. So it'll be pretty busy here for the next few days. Miller, Hannafin, Kachuk, Boldy, Faber for Team USA. Lankinen, Burkhoff, Rantanen. I see you. All right, take care, brother. Enjoy the matchup. Yeah, a little unfortunate. Kako, wasn't able to participate, which would have been a big thrill for you and me, Megan. But there's still enough amazing talent, on the ice, even if we're not familiar with every single player that's out there. But it gives an opportunity to kind of firm up on any of the players that we're not as familiar with. Nine laps to go. Dillon, Wallace, Byron, Reddick, and Chastain chasing 6. Come on, baby. Over the head of Mata. Good action so far. We don't got any goals just yet, but it's been really aggressive early on. Daytona 500, duel number 1, Wallace, Reddick, Dillon, Elliott, and William Byron in your top 5. Come on, baby. Anything that you want to be able to see, Megan? Photo-wise, should we throw up a Kako photo? Even though he's not participating, you let me know what you're looking at, and I gotcha. We need one more like to be able to get to 10, 11 more to get to 20. Now we're at 10. 10 more to go to hit the goal to get into the algorithm. Mikko Rantanen from Finland. Nice. And then Cobra Kai just got debuted this morning for the finale of the show. And I finished all 5 or 6 episodes in the last season. Definitely enjoyable. I mean, I know it's not going to be a show for everyone, but again, if that was something that you ended up watching with the Karate Kid, back in the 80s, and then you ended up watching Cobra Kai, it's been going for quite a few years, and it was a good finale. All right, let me get some Mikko on here. Rantanen. Trying to find one with him with the Finland jersey represented, but a lot of them are too small or too blurry, unfortunately, but I'll keep looking. But we can get a few photos of what I'm able to pull up for the time being until I can find others. Four shots on goal for the USA, one for Finland. And we'll see if Mikko Rantanen can impose his will. Six laps to go, 5 laps to go. Wallace, Dillon, Byron, Reddick, and Elliott. Come on, Chase. You're in 5th. Let's get to 1st. Hughes and Matthews. Love it. Fox. Wenzel. Come on, USA. Lehkonen, Barkov. Oh! Rantanen, Lindell, and Makola. 5 shots on goal for the U.S. Four laps to go. Dillon, Byron, Reddick, Wallace, and Ross Chastain. Anybody else that I should be keeping an eye on for the Finland squad? Oh, and Finland scores! Oh, my. Wow. And just like that. Wow. What a shot by Henry. Granlund. Mata with the assist. That kind of came out of nowhere. Wow. And Finland flexing on the USA with a early 1-0 lead. Wow. 3 laps to go. Wallace, Dillon, Reddick, Byron, and Elliott in the top 5. That was a great pass right there. And right in between his arm. Oh, my God. Just that little gap underneath his armpit, and the puck went right through. Wow. That was awesome. Not necessarily awesome for Team USA, but awesome for Finland there. Wow. What accuracy with that shot. And no worries, Sarah. I know you're not feeling too well and whatnot, but I appreciate you hopping in and hanging out for a little bit before you end up exiting and whatnot. So yeah, I was looking to see if I could find some sharp ones with him, with the jersey on and whatnot. But again, some of the photos are not going to fit the screen, or they're, the dimensions are off, or they're blurry, or they just don't look good. But I'll keep looking. 5 shots on goal for the U.S. 4 now for Finland. Boldy, Kachuk, Miller, Orensky, and McAvoy, Lindell, Hintz, Montempalo. Now we have a little bit of a line change. 2 laps to go in the Daytona 500 duel. 1 final lap. Wallace, Dillon, Reddick, Allmendinger, and Chase Elliott in the top 5. And that's a damn shame because Chase was in first about 15 laps ago. Final lap here. Looks like Bubba Wallace might win unless there's a wreck. And we're almost halfway through the first period. Finland up 1-0 on Team USA. Oh, we got a couple drivers hitting the wall. Wallace just trying to hang on. There's a surge at the bottom. Reddick and Byron on his ass. Uh-oh, it's getting close now. Looks like Bubba might find it, though. And Bubba Wallace winning the Daytona 500 duel number 1. Wallace, Byron, Dillon, Chastain, Reddick, and Chase finishes in 8th. Matthews, Hughes, Hannafin, Faba, Wenzel. Bubba Wallace. Nice job. I don't know if anyone had Bubba Wallace winning this duel number 1, but that's huge for him. Yeah, right underneath the armpit there. Amazing. Let's look at Henry's international career. Gold medal, gold medal, gold medal. Damn. Okay. And Bubba Wallace here with a celebratory burnout in a moment. Kachuk, Connor, Eichel, McAvoy. And I like that in the broadcast here for the Four Nations that they have it nice and easy, viewable, and bright for the, who's in the matchup at the bottom of the screen. That's something that they should do for every matchup in the NHL. Obviously, you have to have a good graphics team to be able to update that, very quickly and whatnot. But I like that they have all of the players listed there at the bottom of the screen. Nice job, Bubba. Oh, Bubba's fired up. Now I just got to look up to see when duel number 2 starts. So duel 2 starts at pretty soon. So it looks like it's going to be starting right after the celebration, and then they clear things up, and then they'll have duel 2 start pretty shortly. So awesome. Team USA, Team Finland, and then another NASCAR dual race of 60 laps. Hell yeah, I'm ready. Nice. I'm watching right now. So I was hoping that Chase Elliott would end up, holding on to first place, but I could see him kind of starting to fade back, and he ended up finishing 8th, but he was in first place, with about 15, 20 laps to go. But Bubba, William Byron, Dylan, Chastain, Reddick, your top 5, Allmendinger, Dylan, Chase Elliott, your top 8. But Allgaier, that's for Dale Jr., right? That's Dale Jr.'s driver, isn't it? So Dale Jr. obviously being an owner, and again, you want to, again, and I had a pretty good feeling that he was going to get in. So Allgaier, Truex, Yaley, Briscoe, and Smith are highlighted. They are in. Yeah, me too. And, I'm a big Dale Jr. guy. So, again, and, Dale really puts in a lot of effort and energy. And, again, being a team owner for the first time is a big deal as for someone as famous as, like, Dale Jr. And, he may not be, like a top 5 or top 10 driver, but he's a guy that you could probably say that the top 20, 25 driver. And at, any given moment, he may be able to finish in the top 5 or top 10 from time to time. But I'm really happy for Justin. I'm really happy for Dale Jr. How cool is that? That's, and especially, with Dale Jr.'s reputation as they have him on camera right there. Pretty awesome. That is sweet. Oh, Smith and Yaley didn't make it. And then out of the spot, they have Martin Truex Jr. and Jimmy Johnson already ended up getting a spot early on before the race even started. All right, we got less than 10 minutes to go, and USA scores. Let's go. There we go, baby. Brady Tkachuk. Yes. Let's go. We're knotted up at 1. Here we go. Hopefully we get like a 4-3-5-4 type of matchup. But USA responds after Finland's fast start. Great to see Dale Jr. out there, too. Reflect in the building. What's good? Watching the Daytona 500 Duel 1 that just finished. And we got Team USA and Team Finland on here as well. How are you doing, Reflect? Hope you're having a good day. How many inches of snow did you get up there in Washington? When I took Paisley on my first walk this morning at 7 a.m., it was just lightly lightly, a couple snowflakes here, a couple snowflakes there, but nothing major. But then around 10 a.m., when we decided to go out for our second walk, there was already 2 or 3 inches on the ground, and it was snowing hard on us. And we went for a pretty good 30, 45-minute walk. Paisley had a blast. And right now the snow has stopped, but obviously freezing conditions are going to turn that into ice. So I know a lot of people are not going to be going to work tomorrow, and we're going to have to wait for the rain on Saturday to wash a lot of this away. Nice. I'll keep my eye on those. Rupe hints. Yeah, it looks like Sarah's still sick though. She's got a stomach bug, so looks like she'll be leaving here in a little bit. But she's trying to hang on and chill with us here for a little bit. Okay. And then Smith wrecked it. Okay, I figured because there was a couple big wrecks early on. Kachuk, Connor, Eichel, Hannafin, Faber for Team USA. And the game is being played in Montreal, Quebec, Canada. So you're definitely going to hear the roaring of the crowd, going against Team USA. Obviously, a lot of those individuals rooting for Team Canada. Hannafin in the box. Tripping. Two to 3 inches. Oh, you only got a half inch? Oh, you didn't get as much as we did out here. Yeah, I mean, and when we were going on a walk in the morning, I mean, it was coming down. I got a chance to put a nice little hoodie on Paisley, even though she was a little apprehensive of me trying to put it on her this morning. And then I wanted to keep her warm. And once we got out there in the snow, she started galloping and running, extending my extendo leash as far as it can go, 12 to 15 feet. And I had to try to keep up with her while also maintaining my balance and not eating shit, and falling on my face or on my ass and whatnot. But she had a blast. I had a blast. It was really good for my mental health to get out there. And again, we're going to go out here later tonight after this matchup is over, hopefully with the Team USA win, I'm hoping, as well as the Daytona 500 dual number 2 race, 60 laps, which is coming on here in a couple minutes as well. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Boo. I mean, because, again, the big rivalry back in the day used to be Team Canada versus Team Russia. But obviously nowadays, within, the last, obviously, quite a few years, it's Team Canada versus Team USA, as far as rivalry is concerned. And, Team Canada doesn't want anything to do with Team USA. Obviously, they're going to be booing them quite a bit. So, it'll get pretty loud in the broadcast. You'll definitely hear it. Reflect with the fiver. Stacks on stacks, racks on racks. A little cactus jack. Bang, bang. Appreciate you. Let me know what you want to do for any type of photos if there's anything. Yeah, but you can definitely tell the Canadian crowd is rooting for Finland. They're not rooting for Team USA. But if USA can, get to the championship round and play Team Canada, I think that would be interesting, obviously for the rivalry and whatnot. But again, we'll have to wait and see. And yesterday's matchup was pretty crazy too. Team Canada started off with a couple goal lead, and then you had to see Team Sweden, they fought back and they got the momentum in the end of the second period and the third period. But Sidney Crosby, 3 assists, and then obviously with the key assist in overtime, and they ended up winning 4-3. So, but Sweden played with a lot of heart there at the end. In the second and third period, just couldn't get it in overtime. And this one, has a feeling that it could go to overtime as well, possibly. Nice. I can't wait till they release a trailer of season 2. Yeah, that too. Yeah, they're like, we don't want to be a 51st state. Yeah, they don't want anything to do with what we got going on here right now. Oh, just wide. Finland with the power play with just a few more seconds to go. Less than 7 minutes to go in the first period. We're knotted up 1-1, USA and Finland. Oh, just wide left. Full strength now. Oh! What a save! Team USA 1-on-2, but couldn't get it done there. Great save there by Finland. Line change. Matthews, Gretzel, Hughes, Moransky, and Fox. They need to keep that up on the bottom so that way we can keep up with all of the line changes there. Judah in the building. What's good? Yeah, that was a great opportunity. You're not going to see too many 1-on-2 or 1-on-1 or 1-on-3 opportunities. You know, they're going to happen here and there, but how you doing, Judah? Good to see you, my guy. How's that ice fishing going? Glad to see you enjoying the outdoors. Good for the mental health. And we got icing. Yeah, I saw Bregman sign with the Red Sox. I'm not sure if you guys overpaid because obviously there was a premium dollar for his services, but definitely seemed like a lot. But again, it does make you guys better. And, you know, if you have the money to pay a guy like that, and if we can get someone like that out of Houston and to join Boston, that's going to be a big benefit for you guys, you know. Hopefully he stays injury-free for you guys and plays well. And I can't wait till the Mariners play the Red Sox and we can see him again and we can battle and we can go at it. Yeah, but that signing happened just last night, like right before I was going to end the stream. And then they ended up posting it late last night that Bregman from the Astros signed with the Red Sox. It's like 3 years, 140 plus million. That's a lot of fucking money. It's like almost 40, 50 million a year. I'm not sure if he's really worth that much, but I'm hoping it works for you guys. I mean, to me, again, but, you know, if you guys are actually spending money, I wish the Mariners would fucking spend money. But again, I think based off his skill set, you know, maybe, towards that 20 to 30 million, per year. I'm not sure if he's a 40 to 50 million per year type of player, but again, if you guys have the money, spend it. Seattle doesn't know how to do that. And hopefully it ends up being a key piece to help you guys make the playoffs this year. But getting him out of Houston will be good for me and Reflect. But almost all the major players have signed, at this point. There's still a few like lower name guys that are available and whatnot. But as far as top tier guys, that was like the last of the top tier guys to sign. So, but we are getting pretty close to, Cactus League, Grapefruit League, where we're going to be getting into preseason baseball. So it's like you got to get your guys signed and get some reps and get everybody acclimated to their new teams and whatnot. And then on Saturday, we're going to do probably the 3-point contest, dunk contest, skills competition, and I believe we'll have a Team USA versus Team Canada on as well. So I'll have to look at the times of everything and see. Hopefully we can get more than one event at the same time. Yeah. How has it been over there on the East Coast, Judah? Have people been kind of fed up, with Boston and whatnot? I mean, obviously after the whole Mookie Betts thing, and seeing, elite players go, it definitely is going to rub people the wrong way and whatnot. But I mean, you still got some young and up and coming players there on the Red Sox. But again, expectations are like championship or bust. Even though they may understand that they're not championship caliber yet. But, I understand, anytime you're in New York or Boston, there is a reputation based on what you've done in the past to kind of get back to the, glory days of the Manny Ramirez, the David Ortiz, era from back in the day. So I get it. Fan base getting a little impatient. But if you guys are impatient, I don't know what we can call Seattle fans. Because if you guys are impatient, then we're impatient times 1,000. Because, again, we have an owner that is refusing to spend ever. I mean, hell, I gave a great stat yesterday. When we scored 3 runs or more at home, we were 43-7. We had the best record in Major League Baseball based on scoring 3 runs or more at home, which is nothing. You normally need 4 or 5 to win. 3 or more, 43-7. I mean, we don't want to waste this elite pitching staff that we have. Because, again, if we can end up getting just a few hitters, that could be the difference between making the playoffs and making a deep run or falling just short like we have, for a majority of this little era. It's like, every once in a while we're going to get in based on not having injuries and overachieving. But, how many times have we fallen just short when if we just had 1 or 2 more hitters, we would have maybe won the division or at the very least got a wild card and got to 90 wins. So. Last place 3 of the yeah, that's true. I didn't realize it was last place for 3 out of the last 4 years. I knew it was for the last couple, but okay, now that makes sense then. Matthews, Grunzel, Hughes, Slavin, and Fox for Team USA. Less than a couple minutes to go here in the first period. 10 shots on goal for Team USA, 7 for Team Finland. Saros with a great save. Out of play. Nice little 2-man game with Matthews and Hughes. But Saros with the great save. I know. She's slipping. I'll have to give her the message. Hopefully, we can get, some of our farm guys to come up and produce. And, I don't really feel very good about Polanco at third and Dylan Moore at second, And who knows what the hell J.P. Crawford's going to look like this year. Again, when it's a healthy JP and he's playing well, fan favorite. But, if he ends up being kind of injury prone or, and again, his ego might be a little bruised because he's no longer the leadoff guy. He might end up being like the 8 guy or the 9 guy, in the rotation, in the 8 hole or the 9 hole, not leading off. Because that should be Victor Robles, and they'd be really stupid to put J.P. Crawford back in the leadoff spot after we've already seen what Victor Robles can do for our team. So hopefully this new coaching regime isn't stupid because, I don't want J.P. Crawford's ego to be too bruised, but he definitely doesn't deserve to be a leadoff hitter for us anymore when we have Robles, who's much better than him. Facts. Connor, Eichel, McAvoy, Werenski. We're getting close here to the end of the first period. Bubba Wallace winning Daytona 500 dual one race of just 60 laps, and they have another 60-lap race coming up here shortly. Yeah, I wish Saros was on the Kraken. He's nice. Hopefully one day we can get a player like that. We can only hope. 12 shots on goal for Team USA, 7 for Team Finland. And it got chippy early on with Miller throwing some jabs, but they've kind of settled in here. Yeah. If you had to take a guess, reflect on, if we had one or two guys that were going to get called up, out of everyone that we have, since we have the number one farm system now, obviously we have a lot of guys that are getting close. Some still got a ways to go, out of the 7, 8, or 9 prospects that we have. You got a guy in mind that you think that will be ready at some point, either, towards the beginning of the season, the halfway point, or towards the end of the year? First period coming to an end here. And then the Daytona 500 dual race number 2 is about to start. Yeah, that would be a good question for Megan. I mean, she follows this a little bit more than the rest of us on the channel and whatnot. That would be a good question for her. Since this is kind of replacing the All-Star game this year. When is the next year that we would have the Olympics for the NHL? That's a good question. I wonder when is the next year that we would have that? Okay, so you're thinking about the same guys that I'm kind of thinking as well. (2026). Mariners lead top 100 prospects list with 7 players. And that's the end of the first period in a really entertaining matchup here with Team USA and Team Finland. Harry Ford, Cole Young, Colt Emerson. And then Lazaro Montes, Elnan Celestin, Johnny Farmello, and Michael Arroyo. So I guess we would assume that it would be those guys, Ford, Young, Emerson, and Montez would probably be the ones most likely to get the chance first to prove themselves, and then having to go back down to, AAA or whatever affiliate that they are on once they do get called up. All right, Sarah, feel better. Stomach bugs are terrible. I hope you feel better. And then again, I haven't really decided what we're going to be doing tomorrow. Obviously, Valentine's Day tomorrow. Some of us have Valentine's, some of us do not. So I probably will be working anyways. If that ends up being like the rookie-sophomore game for the NBA All-Star Weekend festivities, then I might end up doing that, since I don't think there's anything else probably worthy of doing. Nothing for the NHL here in the Four Nations face-off, nothing tomorrow. So that will probably be what we do tomorrow. And then on Saturday, USA and Canada play at 5, and that'll probably be around the same time as the dunk contest, 3-point contest, and skills competition, so I can watch both like we are today. with the Daytona 500 Dual 1 and 2, and then Team USA Team Finland. So we'll be able to do that on Saturday. And then on Sunday, the Daytona 500 is on at like 11:30 a.m. noon. And then the NBA All-Star Game format will be on at like 5. So I'll probably end up doing both on Sunday. So we'll grind it out. And again, happy early Valentine's Day for everybody in the room. And again, we'll probably grind it out, pretty much every day. I don't really have any plans on taking any days off. Just trying to enjoy this snow and this crazy weather that we have here in the Pacific Northwest as long as I have it. Oh, it was Reflect. Said, would or could these players play in the Olympics? The players that we're seeing in this particular, obviously some of them would be, you would assume, qualified, to play. But I told him that, you would probably have more information on Olympics and, Four Nations faced off and things that are more than above and beyond than just Seattle Kraken and whatnot. Since you are our NHL expert. And if not expert, you know quite a bit more than most, on the channel. So it's always good to get educated by people. You got something rugby to educate us on, or things that maybe we're not as familiar with. We're definitely here to listen. Second period starts in about 14 minutes with intermission. Duel 2 is about to start up here. Now, we were supposed to have a Kraken player Reflect play, but he was a scratch, Megan said. Capo Caco, a new addition to the Kraken this year that we ended up getting in a trade. He would have been on the Finland team, but unfortunately, we do not get a chance to celebrate him and root for him since he is a healthy scratch and not playing. I guess I can't say healthy scratch. I'm not sure if he has any type of injuries that are preventing him to play tonight, but that would be something that Megan would probably be able to answer. Let me turn up the NHL. Let me turn up this NASCAR Duel number 2 audio up. And I always like being able to have more than one thing on. I always like to double dip. Is there anybody else that's notable that was a healthy scratch from anybody else in the Four Nations face-off besides Kako that they've mentioned? Oh, Jimmy Johnson getting a chance out there. Yeah, we're all familiar with the term healthy scratch. That kind of that's a term that, here in the States that we're familiar with. But I just didn't know if there was maybe an underlying minor injury, not major, that, maybe was preventing some ankle soreness or something, nothing too crazy. Not like a big injury, but just, something maybe a little sore that they decided not to test it. Jimmy starting 14th in the duel here, 2-time Daytona 500 winner. Oh. Yeah. I think Young is ahead of Emerson, at this point. And then, Lazaro Montes kind of flashed. I think all three of those guys flashed. And then obviously we've always been talking about Harry Ford, but we just don't know when the time is going to be right. But if I had to take a guess, I would assume Young will be the first one that they would call up that could play like second or short, for Dylan Moore or JP Crawford. I would assume Dylan Moore would be the one that they would want to replace first, since JP is more of like an OG. But, I don't really know what kind of JP Crawford that we're going to get. But I definitely need improvement at first, second, third, and shortstop. That is definitely, the infield is our weakness for sure. Outfield, we're fine. Catcher, we're fine. Pitchers, we're fine. But it's the infield, first, second, third, shortstop. Those are concerns. Like, we have guys, but we could be better in those positions for sure. Daytona International Speedway now for the dual race number 2 here in the dock in the night. And this is just going to be a 60-lap, 150-mile, like mini race, all for positioning and whatnot. And getting ready for the trucks tomorrow, Xfinity Series on Saturday, and then the big one, the Daytona 500 NASCAR Cup Series on Sunday. Matt in the building. How are you, bro? Just watching a little bit of NASCAR racing and then this Team USA, Team Finland, until we get a little bit closer to the weekend. Pace car is making its way, and we're about to start the duel number 2, kind of like a mini preview of the Daytona 500. Hopefully you have another hobby, to be able to, keep things interesting for you. Because again, it's going to be quite a long time before we get into college football and the NFL again. Hopefully there'll be something else that you can attach yourself to keep you occupied and happy. Because if it's only football, that's a long ways. Long time to go. I don't think anyone thinks that you were a dirt bag or anything like that. We all have our good days and our bad days. We're here to be able to support each other and uplift each other and be real and genuine with each other instead of just telling you what you want to hear. Like I said, a lot of people are fans of different sports and teams, but I can't just cater and tell everyone what they want to hear, especially if I don't believe it. So I feel that a lot of the people in the room would give their shirt off the back, and that a lot of us have a different levels of fandom. But at the end of the day, we are a family here, and again, we all wish the best for you. Hopefully you can find an attachment to something else other than football, because again, it's cool to love the NFL and college football, but again, you're going to need something, to keep yourself, as a hobby other than just working out, to have something to look forward to get excited about. Obviously I'm not saying that you have to love baseball or love NASCAR or basketball or any of those other things or wrestling, but it seems like you don't mind WWE, so at least you got that. You can always hang out with us and watch WWE when we, do that from time to time. But I'm definitely excited to see the transition on what the Ducks do, and as we get into the NFL as well, see what the Broncos do, and as well as the Seahawks and the Buccaneers. For the people that are in the room now. 2 laps in lap 60 in the dual number 2 race here at Daytona 500. And we still got about 7 minutes left here before period number 2 between USA and Finland. And again, it's one of those things, that if you already have like anger problems and you don't know how to really control it, it's about being mature and growing up. And again, you're young still. By the time that you might not be as biased and maybe not as angry all the time with certain things, and being able to appreciate greatness for what it is, even if it's not on your team, things happen over time. Again, I was like you when I was younger. I think a lot of us were, where, if our team lost, we would be in a bad mood, maybe for the rest of the day, maybe for a couple days. Shit, I was mad sometimes until the next game, until kickoff happened the next week. Then I could finally breathe and relax again. But again, it's not healthy to, keep all those emotions, built up. But it's also not healthy to be able to kind of be an asshole and to, reflect all of your negative energy, being angry at the team fucking up or losing and whatnot, and and then pushing that negative energy on people in the room or in your personal life at home. So, I feel that, once you end up hitting 30, I think that'll be a big, it'll be a big stepping stone for you, because I feel like when you're in your teens and your 20s, you have a certain type of mindset. But then once you hit 30 and then you get to 40, you start to see things in a different light. And again, I think the same thing will be true for you as well. Like everyone thinks they got it figured out when they're young, but they don't. Everyone thinks they got it figured out, but they don't. But once you end up having more experience and you meet more people, you go through more different situations in life, you'll start to realize, that you can grow. It's never too late to grow as a person. I'm growing, even at, 43, 42 now, going to be 43. I'm still learning things, not only about myself, but about others. And again, we're here to support and uplift, not take each other and put each other down. So Zay in the building. What's good, bro? Yeah, I'm watching this, and I'm also watching Daytona 500 Duel 1 and Duel 2. I was hoping Chase Elliott was going to end up winning, but he finished in 8th. And now we got Cindric, Hamlin, Logano, Larson, and Bowman in your top 5. But I'll be doing some of the NBA All-Star Weekend festivities. We'll still be keeping up on the Four Nations face-off as well. So I'm definitely excited to be able to kind of cover those. And then on Sunday, I'm going to do the Daytona 500 like at 11:30 noon. And then as soon as that's over, I'll be doing the NBA All-Star Game. Even though the format is stupid, it should be Eastern Conference, Western Conference, not Team Chuck, Team Kenny, Team Shaq, and Team Candace. And then they play each other, whoever gets to 40 points first, and then they move on, and then they play the winner of each bracket, and then they play in the championship. I think that's stupid. But again, will I end up covering it? Yeah. But again, I feel like the NBA is clueless. They're wondering why that they're losing all these ratings and why no one watches the NBA like they used to. That's simple reason right there. Go back to rookie-sophomore game on Friday. 3-point contest, skill competition, dunk contest with better participants on Saturday night. And then doing Eastern Conference, Western Conference on Sunday. Not Team Giannis, Team LeBron, or Team Chuck Kenny, Team Shaq and Candace. That's fucking stupid, And they wonder why, people aren't interested. It's like, go back to what was working, And any OG will tell you that that's better to go that route. And, just when we thought that it couldn't get any worse from Team LeBron, Team Giannis, and then them picking teams, then they do this dumb thing, with the TNT or like the broadcast announcers where they have Chuck, Charles Barkley, Kenny Smith, the Jet, Shaq and Candace Parker select teams, and then they play each other to 40. Who came up with that dumb shit? That's stupid. But again, will I be covering it? Yeah, I will. Daniel in the building. What's good? Yeah, well, you got to be able to find other things, to get excited about. For me, it's a lot of times it's shows, movies, and other things other than sports. You got to be well-rounded in life. Like my big thing is fucking tonight or tomorrow, we're going to get Next Level Chef to come back with Gordon Ramsay. I fucking love that show. So just the simple fact that I'm going to get Next Level Chef back, in my rotation of shows, super exciting, especially when Dexter Original Sin is going to be over tomorrow with the last episode, as well as a Severance on Apple TV Plus, kind of a show that is sci-fi-ish, which is very good. Adam Scott is the main lead there. I always have to be able to find things that keep me going, other than sports. Sports are great, but again, you got to be able to have other hobbies or other things to look forward to, every single day. That's how you get the most in life, making sure that, I give Paisley the best life that she can have. And then also to be able to enjoy these shows and, documentaries and movies, to kind of keep me going until we get to, obviously football season, Ducks and Bucks. But also I love NASCAR. I love Major League Baseball and the Mariners. So I always make sure I have something to look forward to every single day, Yeah, I mean, at least you got some good weather out there in Hawaii. I mean, we got 3 inches of snow here in Oregon, and it sounds like Reflect's got about a inch there in Washington and whatnot. We're about to start the second period here in the Four Nations face-off. We're 10 laps in the Daytona 500 Dual 2 mini race. Hamlin, Larson, Cindric, Logano, and Buescher in your top 5. I don't know. Every individual is different. I'm also a toy collector, and I love OG cartoons and whatnot. So I always make a point to be able to watch Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles from the 80s. G.I. Joe, Real American Hero from the 80s. Transformers, from the 80s. Or X-Men or Batman the animated series from the 90s. I always make sure to watch at least an hour of cartoons that are vintage. Just to bring me back to my childhood days. You have to find things to, keep yourself going, especially if your emotions are up and down a lot, and again, my life changed when I got Paisley. Ever since I got her, my life has been dramatically better, but again, not everyone that gets a dog, gives it the love that it deserves. Fact. All right, we're getting back here to the action. Let me flip it here, get some volume up. All right, here we go. All right, we're back into the second period now. Yeah, I mean, you got Ollie, I got Paisley, you're a collector, I'm a collector, so it's like, it's nice, to be able to have those things to look forward to. Sometimes it's not about what we have in our own life for ourselves, it's the other people or other, pets or whatever that can bring that joy and bring that spark in your eye and, make life worth living. Jack Hughes, Team USA getting aggressive, 13 shots on goal to the 7 for Finland. Yeah, video games, another thing, to kind of escape reality and whatnot. Like I said, there's a lot of bad addictions out there with drinking and partying. I mean, the only addiction that I have now is exercising and being with Paisley. That really is, being out, an hour and a half, 2 hours a day, every day, and being able to hear the birds and reconnect to my childhood and nature. Like, I feel that, a lot of people are indoors too much, and you need to get outside and, breathe that fresh air, take a walk, be able to enjoy nature. And again, when you're able to do that, you don't have time to necessarily worry as much or overthink. Again, the more active you are, the less chance that you have to be depressed, just because you're moving your body. And obviously when you move your body, you have obviously, things that are released into your bloodstream, and you have a less chance, to be depressed if you are exercising and staying active. Now, there's still going to be moments of things that might get you a little down, but I'll tell you what, for people that exercise on a regular basis, most of those people aren't depressed. And I'm definitely one of those people. When I wasn't exercising, that anxiety and that depression were in there. But now that I've, dedicated my life to Paisley, I haven't really had a depressed or bad day in a long fucking time. Over a year. No, but I have seen some. Some things on my timeline, and I've seen that it had got good reviews, and it's supposed to be really funny. But I have not got a chance to watch it yet. But I have seen it on my timeline and whatnot. Hamlin, Cindric, Larson, Logano, and Buescher, 14 laps in the 60-lap Dual 2. Fast break. 2-on-2 for Team USA. Yeah, that's understandable. Yeah, but if everyone's body is healthy enough to walk, if you don't have any injuries to your legs or your feet, to be able to get outside and to be able to get that exercise in, it really does make a huge difference. Exercise and diet are the two biggest things that you can do to change your life for the better. And I'm a pure example of that. I mean, I was going to get to close to 300 pounds. I'm all the way down to like 185 now from being at 270. And again, changing the diet, exercising more, and then it becomes kind of something that you look forward to. But again, if you eat better and you exercise, You may still have some days that are tough, but you'll definitely have a lot more better days than tough days. Facts. You got a knockoff pirate ship? Is it like a Pirates of the Caribbean knockoff? That sounds cool. Or is it just kind of like a just a traditional pirate ship? Instead of Lego, it's like Mego or whatever. Lego with 2 L's or Lego with 2 O's at the end. 16 laps in, Jones, Johnson, Hamlin, Cindric, and Logano. And we still got Team USA and Team Finland going at it here. Yeah, I don't really build anything Lego, now. I'm not sure if I really have the patience for it. You have to be a certain type of individual with a lot of patience for Lego and whatnot. And I feel if I dedicated myself, yeah, I could. But one of my favorite pieces out of my entire collection is my Lego vehicle from the 80s that's still 100% intact. I don't know how the hell that it's still, fully intact with all the wheels, the driver, all the accessories. But again, it's one of my cherished pieces from when I was a kid, when I was like 5 years old. And here I am about to approach 43 and it's sitting on my dresser still in like mint condition. And, again, a lot of my other Lego pieces have disappeared in bins somewhere, but that was a piece that I decided to keep, intact. And luckily it's still, not missing any pieces. And it is one of those cool pieces that I really enjoy looking at and kind of playing around with once in a while. I got all kinds of bobbleheads and Skeletor. I got Darth Maul, Skeletor, that Lego vehicle. I got some Ichiro, Randy Johnson, Ken Griffey Jr. pieces, Micro Machines, and Hot Wheels on the dresser, as long as starting lineups at McFarland. So I got a little bit of everything. Seattle Mariner 1989-90 batting helmet. I got an Oregon Duck helmet over there. Some Julio autographs, Cal Raleigh autographs, Griffey Jr. rookies. A little bit of everything. But I like to have a nice little mix of a little bit of everything there. See what JT Miller can do. Awesome, dude. Send me a photo when you're done, unless you finish it and post a photo on your socials. I would love to see it. Same thing with you, Megan. Once you get some of your Lego pieces done, it's a long task, I know. So it may be a while before you get one of those done with your busy schedule, but I would love to be able to see any finished Lego pieces that you guys complete. It'll bring me back to my childhood a little bit. 19 laps in duel 2 out of 60. Jones, Johnson, Blaney, Bell, and Suarez. Jimmy Johnson, the OG vet, in the top 3. Okay. Yeah, send me a little DM on Instagram. I'd love to be able to see what kind of vehicles or ships or whatever you got. I'm just kind of amazed that something that I had when I was like 3, 4, 5 years old for that Lego vehicle, it's still mint condition. Like, I definitely didn't play with it. It was more of like a display piece, and I'm just really happy I still have it as part of my collection. Sometimes it's like, you never know what kind of weird knickknacks that that will be special to you. Like, one of like the most special things that I have on the dresser also is I don't have my Pog collection, which some of you guys know what Pogs are, but I have an O.J. Simpson slammer that has him with like like him in a jail cell on the front, and it's like gold and it's like super hard, and then on the back it has like the car driving away, like the chase. And then I have an 8-ball slammer, but like the most rare one is I actually have a Michael Jordan Nike slammer still in the original packaging. And again, that slammer is worth like $75 to $100, just like the O.J. Simpson one. My 8-ball black slammer is only worth probably about $10 to $15, but just some little knickknacks like that from your childhood back when I was like 10 to 12 years old, and I still have it to this day. Think about the patience that you have to have a Michael Jordan slammer and never to open it up. And I've gone on eBay and I've never seen another one. So, I've had some people value it at around $75 to $100 because I've never seen another one. They've had like Space Jam Michael Jordan slammers, but this one is very unique, and it obviously has him in the classic Jordan pose, and it's a Nike slammer, still in the original plastic with the staple. I'm not really sure why I never played with that, but I definitely won a lot of pogs with that O.J. Simpson slammer and that 8-ball slammer. And again, sometimes those just little knickknacks can be really special to a collector, over the years. You needed a project. The cats couldn't mess up. How are the cats? And how is the fishing going out there, the ice fishing? I don't think I got a response from you. When did you get any fish the last time that you did the ice fishing? It's a very unique area that you live out there in the East Coast. With this question, are you a Swiftie? Are you asking what advice that we can give you? Or are you asking Swifties in general? Because that's kind of a weird question. Are you asking advice for you as a Swiftie fan? Or like Swifties in general? That's a little weird question because we don't have anybody in here of that nature that is a fan of that. Or at least like super fan. 24 laps in, have lap 60 in this particular Duel 2 race as we have a commercial break here. Yeah, I was gonna say you can say you, not Swifties in general. You don't have to beat around the bush. I mean, if you love the Ducks and you love the Broncos and you love Taylor Swift, that's you. There's nothing to be embarrassed about. I mean, there's millions of people that love Taylor, regardless if she's with Travis Kelce and they get married or she breaks up and goes to another Hollywood superstar. She's dated quite a few in the last 20 years. She's had like 14, 15 different boyfriends in the last 20 years. So there's no guarantee that, Kelce is Mr. Forever. Small perch, bass, brown trout, some pike. None were biting though. Okay. I think the main, advice for anything that you like, and even if there's a lot of people out there that don't like that particular thing, that doesn't, give you a reason to stop liking her just because there's a good majority of people that may not like her or like her music or whatnot, or opposed to what we're getting in the NFL with her. The main thing is just be you, be original. Don't give a shit about what other people think, Again, if you like something, you like it and go all in, Who cares about what other people, have to say about it? It's about how it makes you feel, Like shit, I'm 42, 43 years old. A lot of my friends don't understand that how hard I've had to work to do this dream where they're just doing 8 to 5, 9 to 5s, and some of them are miserable, and they see all the hard work, that I put into this channel. And obviously, just because they don't understand it or can't do it, it doesn't mean that, again, some people are going to understand people's visions and dreams. Others are going to be jealous or envious or may not understand. But at the end of the day, it's about, who you are that makes every individual special. I mean, I'm never going to stop watching The Simpsons or Ninja Turtles or Transformers because it's good for my mental health and I enjoy it. So I could give two shits on what anyone would have to say about that. Like if people were going to start clowning me for watching cartoons, what am I going to stop? No, of course not. Like I'm going to always collect toys and sports cards and memorabilia. I like being able to relive my childhood in the 80s and 90s because that's when a lot of my good memories happen. Yeah, there were some bad memories growing up at that point too, but a lot of my fond memories are from when I was 5 to 12 years old. Nice save! And again, I feel like being able to rekindle my childhood and my childhood memories are very important to me. It brings me that joy. Holla with a nice little block there. More than halfway through Duel 2. Jones, Suarez, Johnson, Hamlin, and Blaney in your top 5. I think that's what makes everyone unique and special. And I feel that there's a lot of followers that are out there that are afraid to kind of, be who they are because they feel like they're going to get criticized or made fun of or whatnot. But, as you get older, you start to realize that, other people's opinions don't fucking matter. Again, we're in this like social media world, but again, as you can see, some people on social media, are fake. And a lot of the stuff you see on social media is fake. It's not real life, Like when you go to someone's Facebook page and they show, a picture, with them and their boyfriend or girlfriend and everything is, all smiles and happy. Those are the people a lot of times that are fucking miserable. They're just trying to put on a show to act like everything's okay when it's not. And obviously there will be some people that show their boyfriend, girlfriend, or spouse in photos and they are truly happy. But there also is a lot of people that try to put on a show where they're absolutely fucking, in a depressed mode, and they're just trying to put on a front, to their friends and others that, hey, everything's great, but in real life, it really isn't. Kachuk with the big check there, and then another retaliation check there from Finland, getting a little dicey here for Team USA and Team Finland as we go to a commercial break. Halfway through duel number 2 in the Daytona 500, 30 laps in, Jones, Suarez, Hamlin, Johnson, and Larson. Like, sub, donate, comment, share. If you haven't smashed that like button yet, please do. Help your boy out. And we're at 10, 90 to go to hit the Dono goal. Where are we at on the likes right now? Hopefully we're close to at least 15. Where are we at? Where are we at? We are at 14. I was pretty close. So we need 6 more likes to get to 20 to hit the algorithm. Now we're at 15. 5 more to go to hit the goal. Let's go, baby. Yeah, I mean, like I have an obsession with the X-Files with David Duchovny and Gillian Anderson. It's like when I watch that show, and I'm watching it right now from the very beginning. I love sci-fi, but that show is so fucking underrated. Like for when it came out in the 90s, it's still amazing to this day in 2025. Like everyone's gonna have their little quirks and things that they like. Next Level Chef is going to come back with Gordon Ramsay. I fucking love that show. It puts a joy in my heart that other things that may not be able to give me that same type of feeling. So, again, it's always good to be able to have a lot of interest and likes and hobbies. So that way you're never, really at a point where you're bored or you're sad. You're always, giving yourself something to look forward to. But I'm watching The Blacklist right now from the beginning, Walking Dead from the beginning, as well as The X-Files. And I'm telling you, man, the time that I'm having watching those 3 shows from the beginning, pure bliss, let me tell you. Because there's some of these episodes that I don't remember from when I was a kid, especially in The X-Files. I mean, I remember most of The Blacklist, and I remember most of the, Walking Dead, but it's kind of cool to be able to kind of relive the past. Facts. Paisley, come here. Nice. Fantastic show. Got to do Better Call Saul as well. And the cats are good. Good to hear. Yeah, and I think a lot of times, Matt, I think a good thing to think is, if the Denver Broncos and the Oregon Ducks, are really, really important to you, and and then if you ended up lashing out, for against the Chiefs or whoever, right? You have to put yourself in the other person's shoes. If someone came at you and would be like, "Fuck Oregon, fuck the Ducks, fuck the Broncos, fuck Bo Nix," how would you feel? And of course, you would feel attacked, and you wouldn't like that. So again, if you wouldn't like what you would be able to get in return, from other people, if they don't like your teams or your players, then that's a pretty good, example to be like, well, maybe I shouldn't say anything. Because if you can't handle it, when it comes back to you, then you shouldn't be dishing it out. And I feel that a lot of people have to kind of go through those experiences firsthand, to be able to understand, that the shit talking and, getting over emotional, based on certain things that you like or dislike, it's only going to get you in trouble. And it's better just to keep a lot of comments to yourself, instead of, kind of putting it out there, in a chat or in social media. Because again, if they're going to go over something personal to you and you can't handle it, then there's no reason for you to be able to kind of go at someone else based on what they like or don't like. And that's, something that I think it takes time to kind of learn, and again, it's all about growing up and being mature. And again, when you get older and you get a little bit more mature, things will come a little bit easier to you, I think. Yeah, well, I don't know. I just feel like, there's a lot of negativity that it's out there. It's a lot easier to be an asshole than to be a good person. It's a lot easier to be rude and negative than it is to be positive and uplifting. I mean, why do you think there's so many fucking trolls and haters and negative people that are fucking out there on, planet Earth? It's just a lot easier to be rude and mean and nasty, than it is to be a kind, caring person that, actually, cares about what other people think and tries to be respectful. I mean, that's just how our world is nowadays. That's why I have to boot out so many people, because even if we have people that, have money, and they think that they can just, buy their way into a stream and whatnot, again, it's like, money's great and all to be able to pay bills and whatnot, but I'm not going to let someone, ruin the vibe of the room just because they feel that they have enough dono money to get away with things. So, I mean, we've had to boot out a lot of people over the years. Hi, Paisley. I know, Paisley. Daddy's still trying to grind it out here, and then we'll go for a walk in the snow. Here, can you lay down over here? Can you lay down, honey? Paisley misses Dad. Yeah. I don't know. I just feel, there some people, might be able to handle, some of the shit talking and whatnot, but I don't, I feel like even if you engage in playful shit talking eventually leads to personal shit talking, and then it kind of gets escalated, like even if you end up yourself trying to be more playful about it, there's always going to be someone that sees that and then tries to bait you to go, further and further, and then things escalate and it just ends up not being a good thing. So, that's why I don't engage, with the trolls or the haters or any kind of negativity. There's just no point, there's no point of, doing the shit talking. Let the players and, the plays and the people speak for themselves. There's just too much negativity that's out there. I mean, life is too short to be fucking angry and arguing with people all fucking day. You got to be able to enjoy your life. Our lives are short. You don't want to spend your whole life arguing with people that don't know what they're talking about. Facts. I know, honey. I know, honey. Daddy has to keep working. I know you want to go for a walk. Oh, she loves it. I mean, like I said, when we went at 7 a.m. this morning, it was just barely flaking. And then at 10 a.m., there was already a couple inches of snow on the ground. And I have this little hoodie that I bought for her. Put that on, put the harness over that. And she'll be dancing in it and prancing. And she'll extend my extendo leash as far as it goes, 12 to 15 feet. And she'll almost pull me, and she loves to be able to kind of play around in it and whatnot. And yeah, she loves it. And again, we only get snow here once or twice in a year. And usually it's only like 1 to 3 inches. But again, I try to, go out there when we have like a snow flurry. So we're like in the thick of it. And we ended up going for like a 40-minute walk in it. And there was barely anybody out. It was like 10:30 in the morning. It was amazing. I should have taken pictures, but I just wanted to be able to enjoy the moment with her. But she loved it. And again, we're going to go out here after the stream is over to be able to get one more, kind of glimmer of it. And then it's going to freeze tonight. And then we might get some tomorrow. And then after that, again, I believe on Saturday, it'll probably be all gone. But she loves it. And I love it too. I really am a big fan of the snow. Again, if you got places to go, not the most ideal thing, but I definitely love it. 46 laps in out of 60 here. Keselowski, Buescher, Custer, Ware, and Cindric in your top 5. Yes, 4 minutes to go here in the second period. Hannafin, Fox, Kachuk, Jack Eichel, and Kachuk in at the moment. I was hoping that we would end up getting another opportunity for, some goals here. But again, the defense has been fucking solid by both goalies. Agreed. Yeah, and I think that once you mature and you get to a certain, age and whatnot, that you realize that the fact of, maybe just being right or trying to prove a point, it's not even worth it. It's like, maybe at one point you think, oh, this is going to make me feel good, to be able to kind of have a battle of wits with someone and be right. But I think when you get to a point, it's not about that. I think for some people it is, that they want to be able to be right all the time and whatnot. But, that takes a lot of energy and it's just not worth it, and it also depends on like who you're having conversations with. Are they on the same wavelength or not? It's like, you end up getting to a point where if you're like arguing with like a child or arguing with someone that has, no business of having this conversation, and again, I think it's one of those things over time, once you have these experiences, you'll learn and then you'll realize that, sometimes things are just not worth your peace of mind. Like for me, it's like, it's never about me being right or being, being right over being wrong. It's just being able to put out, what I feel and, and no bias, it is what it is, Like I could really care less, about being right or being wrong. It's just, we want to make sure that we're, not being biased and we're just, giving, straightforward answers of this is what it is, not because it's my favorite team or my favorite players and I give them special preferential treatment compared to others when they fuck up and I don't acknowledge it when my guys fuck up. Like, if someone fucks up, it doesn't matter if it's my players or my favorite team or not. Like I want to create everything on an equal playing field. So I don't know. That is a good question. Yeah, Saros is amazing. I know, Paisley. Do you want out? All right, I think Paisley wants out. Give me a sec here. Hold on, honey. Okay. All right, Paisley wanted out. Jack Eichel got a little bit of a nose contusion. Yeah, I don't know where Kyle Connor is. He's in now. Minner, you got Miller, Connor, Faber, Boldy, Slavin. $19 shots on goal for Team USA, 13 for Team Finland, and they came out very aggressive early on, but again, defense has been king here in the second period. Oh! And Team USA with a goal just like that. Ooh, baby. I was about to say, can we get a goal? And there it is. Lay down, honey. Daddy's not done yet. Now Paisley wants to get underneath the desk and lay on my legs. I am going to have to take her to the vet, though, next week once this snow starts to calm down. she's got a little bit of bruising underneath her tail, and I was reading online that could be cancer, or it could end up being like a tumor, at worst case scenario. It also could be something with like blood work and blood vessels and whatnot. So definitely makes me a little concerned and whatnot, since she's only 3 years old. But pray for Paisley Pup. Hopefully everything is just like a minor issue. But I definitely will be taking her to the vet once the snow clears up, and hopefully it ends up just being something minor. But definitely not what I wanted to read, online. Anytime you see, dogs with certain types of little bruising and whatnot, that's not normal. And that makes me a little scared for her. But I'm hoping it's not a tumor or a cancer or anything like that, because that would be heartbreaking for me. Boldy with a goal. Faber with the assist. 2-1 Team USA. Yeah, that's crazy. Well, the first goal that Finland had, it went right through the armpit of the goalie, just in like a very small window. So, again, these players, not only have to be good skaters, but they have to have the endurance and the agility to be able to work the stick, work the puck, and yeah, it is amazing to be able to see athletes on this professional level to be able to do so many things on such a high level, not just skating, but passing and scoring and rebounding, and just being able to maneuver the puck while it's in midair. It is really a sight to see. Yeah, and the little bruising, it hasn't been there for too long, but again, based on what I was reading online, it doesn't look like it's a good thing. So I'm just hoping it ends up being something minor, not cancer or a tumor or something of that nature. I mean, hell, she's only 3. I baby her, like I said, I give her all my love and attention. We have plenty of exercise, good food. She gets everything that she needs and more, top 1%. I'm just hoping that she'll be okay. Yeah, I hope so too. Yeah. Otherwise, we might have to do some kind of fundraiser, depending on what the vet bill would be looking like, based on if I have to get some kind of surgery or something for her. Hopefully, it doesn't have to come to that. We're getting an end here to the second period. Team USA up 2-1 on Finland. But the defense was top tier in that second period and just fell apart for Finland there with that late goal with about a minute to go. We got 10 laps to go in the Duel 2 Daytona 500. Busher, Cindric, Logano, LaJoy, and Gregson. Yeah, Ottinger's huge. What, Paisley? Are you okay? Paisley, lay down with Daddy. Yeah, Ottinger is a mountain. Look at him. It's like regular people and then NHL goalies. Ridiculous. Definitely has like the height of like a basketball player compared to a lot of these announcers and whatnot. Yeah, Paisley, I got one more period to go, honey. And then we'll go for a long walk there in the snow, okay? Daddy's got to try to be able to talk and entertain and grind and be able to try to, get some likes and subs and donos so I can buy your food and treats and hopefully not have to worry about surgery or anything like that for you, my honey. Power play for the Team USA with 2 seconds to go here. And that is the end of the second period, 2-1. Team USA. We'll see if Finland can come back with a little bit of Uncle Mo like we saw yesterday against Team Canada with Sweden. We got 9 laps to go in the Daytona 500 Duel 2 mini race. 9 to go. Buscher, Cindric, Logano, LaJoie, and Gregson in your top 5. Yeah, so, not all goalies, but there's quite a few that are 6'5" and above. Think about the agility that you would have, being 6'5" and above and being a goalie, being able to maneuver your legs and, being able to, have good hand-eye coordination to be able to get it with your mitt, but also to be able to rotate your legs, without having any serious injuries. Definitely a special skill set for some of these goalies. It's incredible. It's crazy to think about your, favorite NBA player and then putting him at net, and if they would actually be able to do it. It's just crazy to think of someone that's the size of a power forward in the NBA, being a goalie and being elite in the NHL. It's amazing. All right, let me get to the last 9 laps of this Daytona race. Let me minimize this and turn this down, turn this up. All right, got 9 laps to go. And then we have one more period to go. Team USA up 2-1, but we'll see what happens. All right, I'm going to go check up on Paisley. She's kind of whining, so let me check up on her real quick here. Give me a minute or two. All right, I'm back now. Had to take Paisley outside. Paisley gave me the signal. But again, since there's so much snow and ice out there, normally we don't have that. So, she'll go to the bathroom when we go on our long walks. But oh, big wreck. Jones and Cindric in a bunch of cars wreck on the final lap. Who wins this race? Wow, that's close. And we got about 8 minutes to go. Hopefully Paisley will be good to go. But normally she doesn't have to, tell me that she needs to use the restroom. Usually when we go on our 3 walks in a day, there's not an issue there. But you better now? Better? All right, Paisley's here next to me. And who won the race here? So many cars wrecked on that last lap. We got 7 minutes to go. And it's cold out there, man. It's frozen over. It was already like 20 some degrees, but all of the snow that we had, like the 2-3 inches, now it's just pure ice. So I'm going to be skating while I'm taking her on a walk here in a little bit. Hopefully I don't fall down. I don't know if we have greatest, one moment that's bigger than another, And they give Eric Jones. Wow. Yeah, I don't know if it's official yet either, but if it is, Cole would love this. But they're revealing it right now. Jones and Cindric battling it out but we don't know who won yet. Only got about 6 minutes to go here for the third period. Paisley hopefully doesn't have any more issues with having to go pee or poo, but at least she's smart enough she's not going to do it in the house. She's potty trained, so she just has to give me the look. I just feel, blessed that with all the hard work and energy and time, over these last, 13 years that I've been grinding, 9 on YouTube, but 13 overall, to be able to meet, amazing people and to be able to build bonds so that way we can get together and, watch sports and wrestling and talk about our lives and support each other and whatnot. It's a very rewarding thing, you're going to have trolls and you're going to have haters and whatnot. But again, for a lot of the regulars and the OGs and the mods and the people that are always here, it's a joy to be able to have people like you guys and to be able to grind it out and be able to do this as my, full-time job and take care of Paisley and spend more time. Obviously there, would be opportunities for me to be able to get another job and make more money, but that would mean less time with Paisley and less time with you guys. So if that's a sacrifice that I have to make while Paisley is alive, that I make less money, but I get more time with her and more time with you guys, then that's worth it to me. So. Oh, it looks like they gave the win to Cindric. That went neck and neck, too. How are you doing? You want to lay down? You want to lay down? Love you. Are you okay? Love you. So Eric Jones and Austin Cindric, the difference was like 0.0001 there at the end, and they had almost everyone crash there on that last lap. And we are about to get into the last period here of the Four Nations face-off. Team USA up 2-1 on Team Finland. Yeah, I mean, again, finding it online, is possible, whether it's a Twitch stream or a YouTube or a dating site, and whatnot, it's possible. But I think the main thing is, you first have to be happy with yourself first. And if you're not happy with yourself first, you're not going to be able to make someone else happy. And again, sometimes, being by yourself, yeah, it can get lonely at times, but it's better to be, alone and lonely sometimes and be happy than be with the wrong person. And trust me, I'm one of those people that I'm either with someone for a long time, 5 to 8 years, or I'm with nobody. And again, the two relationships that I had that were about 7 or 8 years, they weren't really good, but I did really learn things. They might have been good in the early on, but as, the weeks and months and years went on, you start to kind of learn what this person is really about. And sometimes it's not what you originally signed up for, and you grow apart, or, sometimes people are liars or cheaters. And, again, trying to, find love in a stream or love on a dating app, especially nowadays. I almost kind of feel bad for the younger generation like you, Matt, and, because everything is so superficial, and it's not like kind of the people in my generation or the generation that's above me, where you see people that have been together for 10, 20, 30, 40 years. A lot of those relationships don't exist anymore. Again, you're going to get people that are going to have a happy marriage and whatnot, but I think things are definitely changing in the dating and the love landscape, where it's like you don't necessarily have to get married or have to have kids or have to do it a traditional way to be quote unquote happy. Everyone's happiness is going to be different and whatnot. So, and especially once you end up having your heart broken a couple times, it makes you reluctant to be able to hop into something else, and putting all your eggs in one basket to have someone just rip your heart out again. So, I really feel that, being by yourself, isn't as bad. And it's always going to be like that. When you're by yourself, you want to be with someone, but when you're with someone, it's the wrong person. You're like, shit, I want to be single. I feel like it goes both ways, unless you actually have the right person, in your life. And for some small percentage, that's the case, but for a lot of others, it's not. So, and I can, tell you from firsthand experience. So, I mean, the best thing that happened in the last relationship that I had that was long-term, it was a terrible relationship, but I got Paisley out of it. And again, Paisley changed my life forever in the most positive way. And, me being able, because I don't have any kids of my own. So, to be a dog father and to give, everything I have as if, Paisley was, like my daughter for real. I'm trying to be able to, set the best example, to others and to show people what love really is. So. All right, let's get back into the action. 2-1 Team USA. And especially, too, with the younger generation, they don't want to work things out and talk. It's like, you have an argument and then they just say bye, and like for a lot of the OGs and the older generation, it's about talking things out and, not going to bed angry, but again, you get so many of this generation of liars and cheaters, you have this just very little, argument that could turn into the end of a relationship, and they just move on to someone else and to someone else and to someone else. And, for some people that's the norm, but for a lot of us, that isn't the norm. And a quick goal by Team USA, Matthew Tkachuk. Let's go. 3-1 Team USA. USA, USA, USA. Let's go. But again, it's like, Matt, wanting to be with someone. Imagine being with the wrong person and they say, no, you can't watch Denver Broncos. You can't watch the Oregon Ducks. You're going to have to, spend time with me and watch movies like The Notebook every single night. At some point or another, finding someone that you can be with, having that person next to you, to sleep and, have that bond is one thing, but to also cater to someone else's needs and then you can't even do anything that you want to do, then you'll start to realize, hey, maybe being single isn't as bad as I originally thought. You always have to think, it's more than just hooking up, or being able to have some interests. Relationships are very complicated nowadays. And another goal, 4-1, USA, USA, USA. Bang, 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 bang. Let's go. Heck yeah, man. I watched both, man. That last fucking race where Cindric, right? And man, it was like 0.0001. I was hoping Chase was going to win the dual one. He was in first with like 15, 20 laps to go, but finished in eighth. But it was a very enjoyable dual one and dual two. And Team USA coming out here with a flurry. 4-1 Team USA. Woo! You say that now, but if you're in a relationship, you bet your ass you're watching it. You say that, but again, if you want to be in a relationship, those are the things that you're going to have to do. And again, it's not like you get to do everything that you want to do and you're not going to cater to your partner. You got to sacrifice and you're going to have to do the things that she wants to do. And again, if you haven't had a long-term relationship before, well, those are the things that you're going to have to do. You're going to have to do things that you don't want to do. That's a part of being in a relationship. So again, for all the times, wanting to find true love or this and that, first, you just got to be able to be happy with yourself. And then second, enjoy having your free time while you have it. Because down the road, if you end up, finding someone, you're going to remember this fucking stream and this conversation. You're like, I'm not going to watch the fucking Notebook and all these things. My ass, you aren't. You will. And it won't be one of those things like once in a while. It's going to be like an everyday thing. Telling you, ask anybody in the room that's ever had a relationship that has been long term. You said, I'm not watching the Notebook. The hell you're not. You definitely fucking are. Sacrifices have to be made. And if you're not willing to give up Oregon Ducks and the Denver Broncos and all of these things that you love, then again, you realize, being single isn't as bad as you might think. You might be a little lonely and whatnot, but again, if you fill your life with things that give you purpose, like for me, Paisley, you guys, all my other hobbies and shows that I have, it would be great to have someone here, in my life, obviously in Oregon and whatnot. But again, everything happens for a reason, and sometimes, things are tough, long distance wise, long distance relationships typically, don't work because of the distance, right? But you'll find out, man. You're young. You got your whole life ahead of you. Wow, what a flurry of goals there by Team USA. Paisley couldn't even believe it. It went from 2-1 to 3-1 to 4-1 like that. And even though Megan was mentioning that Finland was a heavy favorite, I kind of had a feeling that Team USA was going to have a chance. But still, with that being said, still a little shocking for them to put up 2 goals just like that in the third period. I didn't see that coming. A lot of people are going to lose money tonight if they bet on Finland, because I don't think they're going to come back with 3 goals with 17 minutes left. But you never know. Anything is possible. But I feel that it might be possible for the USA to score another. But yeah, the NHL and hockey is crazy. You know, you never know what you're going to get from 1 minute to the next. Yeah, we got snow here for the first time. We got about 3 inches, and it's obviously frozen over already. It's going to be a very interesting walk that I have with Paisley here tonight. And there's another goal, just like I said. Bang! 5-1. Team USA. Kachuk. Wow. I don't know what's going on here with Finland, but all of a sudden it was close. You know, they scored first, right? And now Team USA has scored 5 unanswered. They had 2 going into the third period, and they've scored 3 goals in a matter of 3 minutes. Unfucking believable. Wow. USA, USA, USA. Like, what happened to the goaltending for Finland here? Might be 11 inches. Holy cow. Stay safe out there, brother. Working for that Amazon. That's crazy, man. For a guy to be one of the best goaltenders in the NHL, it was just a flurry of goals right there. I don't know if anyone could have predicted that. I mean, player for player, even though USA is young, they have more talent, player for player. But again, they were the underdog, but apparently the underdog status, they didn't get the memo. Brady Kachuk. Wow. 5-1 Team USA. Seriously. That was crazy. I mean, like I said, it was 1-0 Finland. Then it was 1-1 tied up. And then it was pretty much great defense for the whole second period. Team USA with a late goal towards the end. And then bang, bang, bang. 3 goals in 3 minutes. And now it's 5-1 and this one is over. Hopefully Finland for pride, will score at least 1 more before this game is up, but I don't know if Team USA is done. "25 shots on goal, 5 goals, 15 shots on goal, only 1 for Finland." And I know the Canadian crowd probably not too happy about this, but I definitely want to see Team USA, Team Canada final if we can get it. If you haven't smashed that like button yet, please do. We need 5 more to get to 20. We're at 15. Almost there. Blizzard conditions. Stay safe out there, bro. Now we got a 4-on-4 here. Do you have any more snow reflect on your weather report between now and next week? What's it looking like for you guys? I imagine our weather is pretty similar for Oregon and Washington, depending how far up north you are. Uh-oh, 4-on-3. Holy cow, what's going on here? Southwest Missouri. The STL is a big Cardinal fan. Tripping. So started off with Henry, then Brady Tkachuk, matching it 1-1, and then Boldy in the second period 2-1, and then it went Matthew Tkachuk, and then Jake Guentzel, and then Brady Tkachuk. All the Tkachuks are getting on board. But Brady's got 2 goals and Matthew's got 1. Brady scored in the first period, and Brady scored that last one. Crazy. 5-1. Unbelievable. Supposed to snow some tonight and a bit tomorrow. Not much. Okay. Finland on the power play, 4-3 advantage here. You would assume that they should be able to have a decent opportunity at some point here to get at least one more goal in the third period. Good save there. And now they're doing the little names above the players. See, like I said, they either need to do the line changes at the bottom of the screen and have the player name above the player throughout the whole broadcast. Lindell to Granlund. Power play getting down to the nitty-gritty here. All right, full strength finally. What's good, Zay? USA flexing on Finland. Nice glove save. Crazy as Saros was so good for the first 2 periods, and then things just fell apart there within the first 3 minutes of the third. And hockey is wild. Very unpredictable. Yeah, I don't know why he's still in there. I'm not sure who the backup is for Finland, but I mean, you would have assumed that if he was injured, that they would have replaced him and put someone else in. But I mean, he was phenomenal for the first, 2 periods until the first 3 minutes of the third, where he gave up 3 goals and 1 in each minute. Yeah, absolutely. You can send that to me on Instagram or Twitter/X and whatnot. I always like being able to see how people live, across the globe, and what kind of weather that they may be, getting in their particular area. I mean, based on what I was watching, I didn't see anything that really signified any injury, and the announcers haven't mentioned anything, but But the Kachuk brothers are going off. And each goal was a little bit different, out of the 3 goals that were scored. One in close, one kind of, a little bit out, and then obviously one off an assist. So it wasn't like every goal was the same type of way. It was a little bit different, based on each situation in the first 3 minutes. It was bad luck for Saros. Yeah, they just showed the replay of the 3 goals there. And I imagine if there is any kind of, injury or whatnot, we'll hear about it. But it looked like good quality play from Team USA. But hopefully, if there is an injury, it's not serious. But I assume if it was, he wouldn't be still in. Less than 12 minutes to go here in the third period. 5-1 USA over Finland. Yeah, Judah. I mean, it was wild. I mean, it was 2-1, and then all of a sudden the period started. Boom, 3-1. Then a minute passed, 4-1, and then another minute passed, 5-1. And just like bang, bang, bang. And again, hockey can, be that way sometimes, but I don't think anyone anticipated that. Against such a good goalie like Saros in the third period, especially being so quality in the first 2 periods. Defense was amazing. And again, he gave up a goal towards the end of the second period, and that was kind of foreshadowing of things to come. But we'll see if Finland, for pride, can get at least one more to make it 5-2. But I don't know if Team USA is done. Come on, Hughes. Come on, Hughes. Team USA, Team Canada final. That's what we need. Now, there's no guarantee that Team USA could beat Team Canada, but that's what I want to see in the final. But we're going to get that matchup on Saturday. And we'll see which is more entertaining, the skills competition, 3-point contest, and the dunk contest, or Team USA and Team Canada going at it. Oh, now they're getting chippy. Now they're punching each other. Oh, they're getting chippy now. Then one player gets shoved into the goalpost, couple jabs. Now the refs are trying to break it up. Yeah, even shows you, though, that you can still be one of the best in the world and still get roughed up. .9:47 left here in the third. 5-1 Team USA. Pickleball slam 3. Steffi Graf and Andre Agassi. Holy moly. I haven't heard those names in a long time. Yeah, I never did hockey. I think the closest thing I can compare it to is I did goalie when I did water polo when I was younger and whatnot. That's the closest thing that because I never played soccer, growing up on a team, just like with friends and whatnot. But I think that's the closest thing that I could say that I've done. Any type of goalie position is definitely not easy. You definitely have to have the athleticism and the endurance. That's absolutely true. Reflects like, I'll stick some ping pong. I'm good at beer pong, even though I don't really drink a whole lot of beer anymore. But I'm good at that. And most really good beer pong players played basketball growing up, at least the ones that we have out here. But you can always tell who played hoops, in junior high, high school, or college. Ooh, that cross check. Oh, God. Shoulder went into the goalpost right there. That was a chippy play. That was a little dirty by Finland. Pushed him right in the back, and then his shoulder hits the goalpost. Finland, you're dirty. You're a dirty, dirty dog, Finland. I mean, I get it that you're down 5-1, but you don't need to hit him in the back like that and then have him slide his shoulder right into the goalpost. Jesus. He won't forget that play. That'll carry over into the NHL season later. We don't forget. All right, USA with the power play here, up 5-1 in the third period. Cole in the building. Your boy, Eric Jones, almost ended up winning in the Daytona 500 duel number 2. I don't know if you got a chance to watch it or if you're still at work or got back from work, but it was a decision between him and Cindric right there at the end, 0.0000001. I mean, there was everyone wrecking on that last lap there on lap 60. He almost won it, too. How was work today, Cole? If you have FS1, I assume they'll have replays on FS1 later tonight or tomorrow. Matthews. Come on, Austin. Eichel. Captain Jack. Werenski. Oh, and another goal. Let's go. USA. 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 That's what I'm talking about, baby. 6-1 USA. And Finland was favored. Finland was favored. 6-1 Team USA. Let's go. Matthew Tkachuk with the wrister. This is an ass beating. Oh, my. Brady and Matthew, both with 2 goals. Tkachuk overload. Let's go. Tkachuk, Tkachuk, Tkachuk. Tkachuk, Tkachuk, Tkachuk. Tkachuk, Tkachuk, Tkachuk. Here a Chuck, here a Chuck, there a Chuck. Everyone a Chuck, Chuck. Oh, my. 6-1 Team USA. Let's go. Finland, who? Very excited to be able to see what Canada has to offer against Team USA on Saturday. And it definitely won't be like this against Canada. I would be very shocked if that happens. But hopefully it ends up being close, where it ends up being like a 4-3 or 5-4 final. I mean, that's what I'm hoping for, but who the hell knows? Brady and Matthew Tkachuk, 4 goals, 1 assist out of 13 shots. 10 big hits on defense for them as well. Oh, my. Let's go. USA, USA, USA. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Certified ass whooping. Tkachuk, Werenski, Eichel. Oh, my. Puck out of play. Oh, look at all those names. There's some OGs there. Team Canada's got a lot of good players on their roster, too. Man, get a beer for those Kachuk bros. My God. What a performance. Way to put USA on your back, Kachuk brothers. Brady and Matthew. I mean, they didn't even really need Austin Matthews. He's considered probably the best player on Team USA. They say, hey, take the day off, my guy. Well, we got you. Werenski. And finally a save. You made 66 in tips. Good job, my guy. Congratulations. You the man. One in the first period, 2-1 at the end of the second period, and then bang, 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 3-1, 4-1, 5-1, 6-1. Team USA with 4 goals in the third period. Unfucking believable. I feel bad for Saros. Goddamn. It's like you're one of the best goaltenders in the NHL. Giving up 6 on the national stage? Ouch. Yes, belt to ass. we usually see that from Eagles players mocking, people in the stands when they were playing the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. But man, belt to ass on this one for sure. Definitely looking forward to that USA Canada on Saturday. Not sure if that's going to be the main stream since we have NBA All-Star Weekend. I'll probably the headliner of the stream will be, the 3-point contest, the dunk contest, and the skills competition. But you bet your ass I'm watching USA and Canada. I think they're both going to be on at 5 o'clock Pacific. So we'll watch both of those events at the same damn time, and I'm excited. About 5 minutes to go here. Let's see if Team USA can get another one before the matchup is over, or if Finland can, for pride, get at least one more. 6-1 is bad, but, obviously 6-2 isn't that much better, but it's better than 6-1. I mean, anything that could give your team a possible opportunity for points, based on this point playoff system here in the Four Nations face-off. Delivery driver. Yeah, more opportunities, obviously, for the tips and the money instead of working in the building in the back, making the pizza. Probably what you did earlier on and whatnot. But hopefully that'll be a success for you, and you'll be able to make a shitload of tips, and that'll help you out, pay your bills and whatnot. Less than 5 minutes to go here in the third period. Team USA 6, Finland 1. Lindell shot wide right. We're getting chippy on the boards there. Yes, it'll be in Montreal, Canada. Montreal, Quebec. Same place where we're playing right now. So definitely be a lot of boos probably towards USA, and they'll be really cheering on Sidney Crosby and the rest there for Team Canada on Saturday. Yeah. Same location. I think all the games are at Bell Center. Yeah, I think all the games are at Bell Center in Montreal. I'm going back and looking at the Canada-Sweden and looking at everything. So as far as I can see, yeah, all of them are there. That's just the one single location that they're going to have until it gets further on, and then it goes to the TD Garden in Boston. It goes to Boston for Sweden, USA, and then Canada, Finland. So once we get into the round robin, the next stage, so on Monday, it goes to Boston. And then the championship game will be at the TD Garden. So it's going to be in Boston. So we got a couple of these matchups here, and then moving forward after the round is over, then it goes to the TD Garden in Boston where the Bruins play. This would be a cool thing to go to if you lived in Boston. I mean, regardless if you're a Celtic fan, Bruin fan or not, but this would be like a fun little side quest if you had the extra money to be able to see in person. I know if I lived in Boston and I had extra money, I definitely would try to go to at least a game to soak in the vibes. Less than 2 minutes to go. 6-1, Team USA. So for these games, have they always been in Montreal, Quebec, Canada, and the TD Garden in Boston, or like how do they select where these games are being played? Is it the same place every time we have the Four Nations face off, or is it like different locations every time that we do this event? I don't know because I can't remember where they played the games last time around. Maybe you would know that, or someone could look it up and whatnot, But that's cool that they do kind of like half in Canada, half in the U.S. Pretty cool. That way it's not like all in Canada or all in America. And, you get fans that get to experience it, obviously for the Sweden and the, Finland fans. Obviously we're not doing it in their home country, but, to do it in Canada and to do it in America, pretty cool. Maybe they rotate it, so maybe they do it in the other countries, 1 year, and then they do the other two countries, in the, the moving forward in the next event. That would kind of make sense. And then I got another question for you, if you want to educate me. Is it the 4 same countries every single time, or is it different? In previous years, is it always USA, Canada, Finland, and Sweden, or is there other European countries that are in it besides USA and Canada? Like, is it always Sweden and Finland? And it's always been that way, or is there other countries that have participated in this event? See, I'm learning things. All right, we're wrapping down. Less than 30 seconds to go. USA was a heavy underdog too, but they didn't get the memo. No guarantees that they beat Canada, but I'm definitely excited to see what happens on Saturday, and I will be watching and we will be covering it on stream. And it might actually be even more entertaining than the dunk, 3-point, and skills competition, if I'm really being honest. And I don't know. I might end up doing Team USA over Team Canada over, as far as like the stream itself. I might actually do the stream itself as the main event and then just doing the side quest NBA stuff as like the other thing that I'm watching. We'll see. But based on USA putting up 6, in this matchup in Canada, with Sidney Crosby, I mean, that's like must-see TV for me. I mean, even if you're not the biggest NHL fan, it's cool to be able to see the countries represent. So, and that is it. Final score: Team USA 6, Team Finland 1. Oh my. Okay. I gotcha. Well, I love you guys, and I appreciate you guys very, very much. Shout out to all the people that came through to be able to show some love. Shout out to Reflect and Megan helping out on the dono train. I appreciate that very much as well. Final USA 6, Finland 1. And again, we will be live tomorrow and on Saturday and Sunday, so check socials. And again, it might end up being like the rookie sophomore game that I end up doing tomorrow because I don't think there's anything else. Saturday, Team USA, Team Canada, as well as the three-point contest, skills contest, and the dunk contest for the NBA All-Star Weekend. And then on Sunday, it'll be Daytona 500 in the morning and then the NBA All-Star game in the evening. So we'll be grinding it out. I love you guys. And I appreciate you guys very, very much. And I got one question for you. Well, talk sports like us, your boy Ryan, Northwest Sports Fanatics, and I'm out. Bye.